Hello guys, welcome to another grand interesting video on your Leansimcorp channel, and this is our second live. Okay, and as I promised, here is the second live session, but I did not got the likes from you. No likes, no comments, no support. So I would request you guys to please like, share, subscribe, and comment as I mentioned. Okay, because then that really motivates us to bring the live stations out there. So please, I hope you are going to support, and I believe in that. So we'll be starting the station within 5-10 minutes. Okay, so let me see how many people are going to join us live. Okay, and that is really going to help us out in there. So we'll start the session in another 5 minutes. Okay, so let us see. Let the Lean Simcop members join, and then we can begin. Right, and that is going to be a great stuff then. So fantastic. Okay, so let me. So today is Saturday, and the things are quite busy. I have been working on creating your videos for you all guys on the Leansimcorp channel. I have been creating those, recording, editing, and stuff like that, and will be soon releasing. There is one major update in Leansimcorp which I already mentioned from the post, and I hope everybody is aware about that. All our subscribers and members that we are going to have a change in the schedule and the content type which we are going to bring in, right? So for Mondays, we are going to have industrial engineering content. Uh, so what we are going to have is we are going to have three major contents. We are going to have industrial engineering. We are going to have cars, reviews, and stuff like that. And then we are also going to have Flexsim simulation, model building, and related tutorials. So that is how it is going to work. And when I talk about the schedule, we are going to have videos released at 6 p.m. That is, IST. That is fixed. But what's going to happen now is on Monday, we are going to release on Tuesday industrial engineering, rather than Wednesday. We are going to release on Thursday car reviews and updates. And when we talk about Friday, we used to have a Flexim coding. Now that's going to be on Saturday, Flexim tutorials. And the poll was already shared. I got multiple likes and people appreciate that. Thank you very much. There was another poll which I also shared, and that was related to, you know, the video topics which we need to cover in the Flexim in the upcoming videos. And I found that we are supposed to, have the videos related to warehousing, task executor, convert. So talking about the poll, I got 25 votes in total, where 24% were for warehousing, 52% were for task executors, conveyors 20%, and current videos are okay. I got 4%. Okay, so what the summary comes out to be from here is that task executors are people looking out for the videos out in there. Then we have warehousing related videos onto the next category, and the conveyors and stuff like that. So I'll keep this in mind, and whenever our next videos will be coming out from the next month, we will be targeting this into the system. Okay, so we are going to have these situations where we will be bringing out task executor videos, we will be bringing out warehousing, then conveyors and stuffs like that. Okay, great. So here comes a command from Dinesh Vekante. Sounds good. Okay. So we will be starting with another couple of minutes, 8-5, as we rightly mentioned. Let's see. So we'll be beginning our next tutorial. So in the last tutorial, what we covered about is we understood about the area from source till this operator. Okay. And now from this operator, we are going to control the situation using this photo eyes and stuff like that. So let me run this and let us see how the things are going to go, right? So this is what we did initially, right? We had different types of items being produced. Then those have different cycle times onto the system, right? Those are segregated based on their label types into different queues and buffers, and then from there those are then transferred from the conveyors ahead out in there. So we were getting this error out, right, that whenever this photo eye gets blocked, we have created a script in order to stop the motor, right? But that is not stopping the motor, right? So let me just reset this and go back there. And in the last meeting, we were referencing this, but the reference was not getting created, right? So let us see now what happens. And the motor is stopped now, right? But we are having that parts being moved out, right? Yes. No. The parts are not moved out. So let us talk about that later. So this was the last type. The problem was that we were not able to reference this system out there. Okay. So we have connected this to this conveyor, hopefully, and not the whole conveyor doesn't stops. Okay. So yes, so it's 8:05, and now here we are going to start our simulation video, live Flexim simulation tutorials. So let us summarize. In the last live video, what we did is we created three different types of items coming out from the system, going on to different processors, and then getting segregated onto different queues depending on their type. Okay, so if you see here, you get the type 2, here you get type 3, here you get type 4 and 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is how the arrangement was, there for these, what I can say, uh, item placements into this buffer. Now, the problem here is, if you see, we have already stopped this and the parts are continuously getting piled up onto the system in the exit transfer here. Okay, if you see, because we already created a process flow, if you remember, and in this process flow, what we do is we unload that onto our entry transfer. But the problem here to look into is that we don't have a decide condition being placed, which is going to control our placement of items. So what we need to tell that if my exit transfer is not having any part, okay, if my subnode dot length is not available, then I'm going to send that. Otherwise, I'm not going to send. So let us make a decide condition in the process flow here, where I'm just going to make that as, say, every 1 second, right? So what we are going to decide now is that let us go and make a conditional decide here, and the condition would be that my entry transfer should have zero content. Then only I should execute the task ahead. So entry transfer subnode.length is equal to 0. If that is the case, it should go below and get the task of unloading done, else it should go in the delay, right? So let us see whether this works out. Okay. So our motor is going to stop anyway, and when the motor stops, I want only one item to be placed here and no more further items to be placed onto this. Okay, so if you see the operator, if I just take out from here, he is having the parts onto his hand. Okay, so he has loaded the part, but he hasn't unloaded the part. Okay. So that is where our code is working now. And all the buffers in the plant are getting filled up because our motor of the conveyor has gone down. Okay. But the operator has picked it up. If you want to control that also, you can have the decide on the top of this run subflow. Okay, great. Now let us understand this area. What was our logic to be created and what has to be done? Okay, great. So meanwhile, Let me know how many peoples are onto the game here. We have two concurrent viewers. Is it probably one as Dinesh and one as what? Like, just comment in the comment section who is these, who are these two concurrent viewers, and then we can begin ahead. Oh, now we have only one concurrent viewer. So what we are going to do now is, so in the top fans, let us see who are our top fans. Hashtag one is Dinesh Rekande, hashtag two is Viral Mitra. Thank you for commenting out there. Okay, great. So what I wanted to do now. So if you look into this, the logic will understand what has to be done. Okay, how the logic was supposed to be created. So if you look into this, we have a photo eye here. Okay, we have a station out in here. When you look onto these two things, this is going to block the system. So when you come here, the block time you need to make it as 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so we have XYZ. Hello. Thanks for commenting as well. Thank you. So, nice to hear you. Hello, XYZ. Great. So, what we are going to do here? The photo eye and the stations, the photo eye we need to configure in such a way that if my photo eye is blocked for 1 minute, okay, so no issues at all. You can make this model which I'm creating here, you can make that in that 30 entities itself. There is no need for you to have additional entities. You can try whatever I have created into the same. Sure, you can reach out to us from our email ID and our websites. But meanwhile, if you want, we have this our WhatsApp number, which I'm just putting it into, so you can reach us out onto that. Okay. Or you can also get it us out to this Leansimcorp at the rate gmail.com. So you can reach us out from our website, which I just mentioned there. Sorry, email ID, which I just mentioned there. And you can also reach us out from the WhatsApp number, which I've just mentioned there. And yes, we would be really looking forward to work in collaboration, support you towards that. Okay, great. So we will be also bringing warehouse videos ahead, but probably that might be requiring some time. But yes, meanwhile we can get connected. So if you haven't purchased our premium subscription, do not forget to purchase the premium subscription out in there, because you're going to get a lot of benefits out in there related to Flexim educational content. Great. So coming back again to what we were discussing, right? So what I wanted to do is that if the photo eye is blocked for say 0.5 minute, uh, publishing a research paper, but for that you cannot, you need a problem statement for that, and then you need to show the improvement. So basically by creating scenarios, right, that's already mentioned on our website. You can take a look at that. If you are not able to access or know where the price is, I'll just drop you down. So in the Leansimcorp, if you go to the membership homepage, there itself you will get it out. So let me come back. I just put a link out in there. So if you go to this page, right, you are going to get that link. This is our web page link. This is our website leansimcorp.com, and by visiting there, what you could do is you can purchase the premium membership subscription. Okay, it's already mentioned there. You can do visit that and have a look at that how it works. Great. So now what I wanted to say is that coming back, yeah, right, to your question. So publication is mandatory. So what publication you want to make? Like you want to publish something, like you want to do a MTech project. Dummy data we can create a dummy data, but then how can you publish a research paper with a dummy data? You need something, you need a problem statement from industry, that would be great. So if you get a problem statement from the industry, real problem, and then then you solve that by using simulation. That could be some of the case study, or you can say a scenario work. But with the dummy data, I think that's quite going to be difficult to publish that in a research paper. Okay, great. Thanks for a great discussion. Calculation based paper. Sure, we can have that discussed in detail. You can connect us on WhatsApp, or you can connect us via email. WhatsApp would be very friendly, so we can chat just like we are chatting it now. Sure, so you can reach out there. Great. So, meanwhile, I hope you are also exploring other capabilities in Flexim simulation. Let me know whether you are eager to learn Flexim, or you are just trying, or I can say want to learn it so that you have that your MTech project completed, right? Sounds great. Show some hearts out there. Show some hearts. Put some heart. Thank you, XYZ. Great to have you onto the board. Welcome. You can reach us out from our the contact number I just mentioned. That's a WhatsApp number. We can connect there. Okay, so Witness Horizon Simulation Software. Okay, got you. So just have a word with your professor whether your Flexim works for you. Okay, great. Got you. Because I hope any of your discrete event simulation software would work, right? Apart from like you can try any of the software. The ultimate goal is that your discrete event simulation should get executed, and whatever data you are trying to analyze and whatever scenarios you are trying to fetch should be out in there, right? Yeah, I understood. Great. Okay. Then we can connect together and look into the details out in what you are looking for, right? Onto our contact areas. Thank you. And do not forget to share our channel with your friends in your university. Okay. Share this with all your friends. Ask them to join live if possible. Share this in your WhatsApp groups, your what I can say, your uh, what I can say in your university groups, share with friends, colleagues, teachers, and that would be really great, helpful for them as well to get connected with Leansimcorp, where you learn not only simulation, but you get the information related to industrial engineering, also car tech and car reviews. So do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leansimcorp. Thank you. Great. Arena was boring? Yes, Flexim is quite great, right? Flexim is very visualizable, and hence you will feel fascinating when you create great simulation models. I'm telling you that frankly. You will really feel like you have done something great if you create some modeling in Flexim. That's really a great career ahead. So talking about that, great. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your comments. And I really feel what I can say. mm, I really feel valued, because of your comments XYZ. Uh, that my this live station is really got completed because of your comments, your likes, your shares. Thank you very much. So, looking forward to meet your friends, meet your professor onto Leansimcorp. Thank you. That's fascinating. Great. So looking at what I can say, the problem statement which we were looking about, right? You see, this is the operator here. Yes, uh, offline. Probably offline, like if you're talking about face to face, it would not be possible. But I can connect you on call, Zoom call, WhatsApp, and multiple other stuffs. Sounds good. So looking at the problem statement which I was looking, okay, in which city? Oh, so city. This is the city. Great. Sounds good. But it would be not possible for me to meet on offline, right? But yes, we can connect and call because I do not probably stay in Pune. I keep on moving, so that's what it is. So okay, sounds great. So coming back to what we were looking out for, that okay, okay, great to have you. That's a really prestige and esteemed, what I can say, college. But for yeah, great. We have a great. The college has a great reputation. That's really great. Nice to hear that. And nice to see that in the MTech now simulation software is not only in MTech, BTech also they have started including, and I see a good amount of future related to digital technologies and process simulation ahead. Sounds great. So coming back, okay, so now just imagine how are you going to do this simulation where you want to say that whenever a photo eye gets blocked for more than 0.5 minutes, my motor should get stopped, you know, and whenever my photo eye is going to get cleared, for 0.5 minutes, like my photo eye gets cleared and it is clear for 30 seconds, we are going to have that. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for and looking forward to connect with you soon. Why the emojis I don't get hearts? So this is a heart for you, XYZ. Here is the heart coming for you, right? Yeah, a pure sparkling heart. Yeah, for a pure soul. Great. Thanks. So I hope you stay till end of this live station. Okay, that would really help us. That will really help us to have you onto the board as well. So here it is. So this photo eye, if you want, supposed to, So what I mentioned is that if it is blocked for 30 seconds, then it should stop the conveyor. And after 30 seconds, if it is clear for 30 seconds, then it should release or, start the motor again. So unclear, let us put a new. And the good thing about Flexim, you can really, the multiple things out in here are, you need a minimalistic scripting and coding for this to actually make that functional and working, and look at how it works for you. And it's really great to look for a 3D simulation. you know you will really feel fascinating. Even the managements are looking greatly at this software, just because what I can say, its visualization is awesome. The analysis it's working on till, it will be great. I hope there are some bugs, and those bugs will be getting rectified soon. But yeah, that's how it works. So here it is. Now what happens is, the moment I'm just closing this now, the moment this photo eye is going to get blocked, you know then, now if you see my this thing is cleared, my motor is now okay. It's So if you see, now it got blocked, right? Because it stayed for more than 30 seconds, and it has blocked the motor now, and my conveyor has automatically stopped. Let us see what's coming from the backside now. Okay, so let me make this faster. Okay, here it is. I want this area in specific. Let me make this presentation mode so it looks quite great. And the moment it gets cleared, if you see, my motor is now clear. So the logic which we wanted is done. Okay, whenever this gets blocked, it stops the conveyor. Whenever it gets freed, it restarts the conveyor and the process begins. Now you see this is going to get stopped. Now we'll do some let us see how it works. Let me make this faster. Okay, so he has this in his hands, and those are placed onto this. If you see, okay, those are placed onto this. Now you cannot place more options now, because yellow probably it would be done. And if you see that, now it has to be getting cleared, and then the parts from the conveyors should be moving out in there. Now, so this is how this conveyor logic works. Slowly, it will be coming out here, and that's a realistic logic, because then you're not going to have something onto the plate like that. So you have three parts loaded onto the exit transfer out there. So you have this, see, this conveyor is stopped, this is moving. And let us see when this moves, what happens. And let me see how the process flow looks now. Okay, if you see the process flow, here is the process flow. And the acquiring state is already there. Okay, so let me run this. The moment this photo eyes gets cleared, my conveyor should start, and everything this operator will immediately place onto that, because we have made the model very much faster. This is how it works. This is how the logic works. So if you see now, again it got blocked, so nothing moves ahead of this. The stopper is there here to stop this, and then once the moment this starts, it's going to be cleared out in there. So this is how you can create the logic related to photo eyes, motors, conveyors, and stations and Flexim simulation, okay, which can help you make something like that. Now, let's say for example, I want to make a 6-axis robot. Let me know in the comment section how can we make that. So here is our robot. So initially, if you see, the part moves from processor to processor directly. Ideally, that would not happen. The robot should place that out in there. I want to make that 6-axis. How will you make? So if I want to use robot onto the processor to load and unload the part, simply what you have to do is use for transport, center connection port. Center connection port you have to make it from the S. I don't see that because it is in the presentation mode. In the working mode, if you just initiate that, you could be able to see this processor or the robot having center port connected. I'll also make this as use transport so that it transfers the part. Now I just place this robot out in here and let us see how it works. Okay, so the robot goes to that processor, picks that up, places onto the processor. Okay, now what happens is, see, now what he's doing, see, now he cannot reach out that area, right? So he will be placing from here itself onto that queue, right? So if I want to show a six-axis robo where he will be moving from processor 1 to processor 2 and from processor 2 to the queue, how are you going to do that? Okay. To do that, what we're going to do is we are going to create a six-axis robo now. And in Flexsim, to do that, you need to place a sixth axis by using the network node. Where is the network node? The network node comes in the travel networks. I place one node here, one node here, one node here, one node here. And now let us look how it works, or whether it is going to work or whether it's not going to work. We are going to have a look at that. Okay. Let me have this one of this point out here and one point out there and then one point out there. If I connect this here, okay, let me just make this auto increment safe. Okay, because we have done a lot of stuffs in modeling as of. So if you look into this now, what's going to happen? We have different nodes. I'm going to delete this, right? Will it work? I'll just make that presentation mode to the working mode. Let me know in the comment section, will this model work? What is that has been missing here? Can you tell me in the comment section below? Is it possible? Will this work? Let us check. I'm resetting this and I'm running this. What it is? We have an error now. Can you imagine what has been done is everything was the same. What we did is we just additionally created it to additionally connected it to this network node, right? We connected it to the network node. That's where if I have to delete that, say, if I delete this, will that work? Placing a robot here, it should work, right? But now when I connect this to the network node, it is a part of the network node now, and that is where the stations also needs to be a part of the network node, then only it's going to work. And that was the secret. Okay, so when I say connect this with the a connection to that network node, let me just place it here. Let me make this as reset. Okay, and I am making a connection out there. Okay, now there is some issue, I guess, because the computer is getting something very much ill because no, it's perfectly doing. I'm not able to see that because of this. Now, let us connect this, guys, to the network node, okay? So I'm making a connection, this to the network node. So here you see the red line comes up, right? What I told is, if you want to use a network node, what has to be done is you need to connect the processor to your network node, because then only your entire system is then going to get connected to the network node and your robot is going to act as a six-axis robot. Okay, so let me do that. What I'm going to do, again, a connection to the network node, a connection to the network node, queue also getting connected because queues are the output thing which we are going to place it out in there. So let me reset this and tell me now whether we are going to get an error now. Okay, you can visualize that, right? You're not getting the error. See, Now something is happening. What's happening? The robot is moving, right? The robot is moving. You see, it has reached that location, placing there, coming back here. Now, this is how my six axis robo works. Now, for example, we are in the presentation mode, right? And this looks quite creepy onto your layout, and you want to hide this. How are you going to do that? Let us do that. Go to the reset, do a model reset, right click on this, go to your network view mode and click on none. And it's there. You only see this dot now. You don't see anything. And you can see that your robot moves fantastically perfect without, you're not able to see that routes now. This is how the things work. You can hide that again whenever you want. You can make those visible by going to the same node again. I'll just reset that. Going to the same node again, going into your network properties and making that as show all. Now let us do one thing. Okay, what we will do is we will add AGV into the system to deliver these parts back again to this queue. What will happen this is because then you will be having a complete loop being created. Okay, and what we'll do is in the source, uh, let's do this also. Whenever your, I can say that say 20 parts are out, okay, on exit, whenever my 20 parts are out, I am going to close my output of the source. Let us do that logic. And then what will that do is we will have a certain amount of only 20 parts moving into the system. And then we'll bring those 20 parts back again onto the queue using HVs. Okay. Let us see how that works. So before we are going to do that, okay, whosoever is going to join the session newly, okay, just put hi please into the system, okay, into the chats there. That would really help us to know the new guys coming out into the play. Okay, so please, please, please do not forget to chat in the comment section when you come in. So, what I was talking about, that we are now going to make a logic in a source in such a way that the output should not be out after 20 parts are delivered. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, so what you're going to do is click on the source, go to the triggers, okay, here, and what I'm going to do, click on this. You see this? We have predefined variables and values available out in there. Okay, so I'm just going to click on that subnode.length, and what I'm going to make, if I'm going to make a condition, if subnode.length is greater than say 20, right? What I'm supposed to do? I am supposed to close output. Whose output I am going to close? Current's output. Let us see whether this works. Okay, now the problem with this code is this is subnode.length. This means that the content which is available onto your source, and that is never going to happen. That is never going to happen. Okay, so this syntax has not to be used upon. Go back again, go in this, get the output value, right? When my output from the source is greater than 20, I'm supposed to close the output. Okay, so let me reset this. Let me auto increment save this. Okay, and I run this. Now what do you see? When this output has to be 20, the output coming from the source should be stopped out. Okay, let's see whether it is stopping. Yeah, it stopped, right? It is out, it stopped now. But the output was made of 22. Why? Why it produced extra two parts and was off? Who was this, right? Who is this doing wrongly? Let us find that out. So let us look at the chats now. Hi guys, who is there, man? Do we have someone looking into the live video, live chat, live session? Just ping hi there. Okay, great. So once we get a hi from, then we can start ahead. Put in hi guys, put hi there in the chat so we move ahead in the live session. That why we got 22 and not 20. If you have an answer for that, put that in the chat below. Okay, come on guys, be fast. Like is mandatory, share is mandatory, comment is mandatory. Come on, come on. Don't shy. Put a comment. Just a hi would do. Okay. And then we have to do multiple different stuffs. One thing, meanwhile, can you just put me an answer to this chat that do you want live video on car car review? What I think here, the people who are the people who will be watching us would also be commenting their views related to cars and live discussion. Let me know that. Okay, sounds good. So now what we're going to do is we are going to identify that what made this source have this 22 parts, right? Just one thing I wanted to know. Can you tell me that the thumbnail for this video is that perfect? Or it's not good? Or we need to change that so it creates a perfect inference? Okay. Any idea? Any comments? Guys, come on. Tell me, tell me. Okay, now what we're gonna do is let us debug this, and I want only 20 parts out from the source. Okay, so let's reset this and check why that has been happening, right? If I say this as equal to 20, what is going to happen? What do you think of? Will it you get 20 or will you get 21? Let us check here, right? So we'll be ending this live session in another 2 minutes, guys. Come on, hit like, share, subscribe. This is not. So we got 21 pieces, right? We got 21 pieces. So in the next video, we will understand about dashboards. We'll study whatever we have here. We will find out some of the KPIs and try to create graphs for that and analyze that. And after that, we will include AGV into our live session, which will be bringing the parts from there to here and learn and understand all about AGVs there as well. But before that, what I need is I need at least 100 likes to this video, and I want comments of 100 different people onto this live session. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. Then let me know in the comment section the answer for this. Okay, this I'm going to keep it for you. Tell me that what has to be done so you have only 20 outputs from the system in the comment section below. That's an assignment question now. Great. Sounds great. Okay. So let me know if you have any questions, guys. It's a precious moment. Last 2 minutes out in there. Anything you want to be in specific to? Anything you want to share about? Anything you want to get filled about? Whatever that would work for me. Anything related to industrial engineering, cars, nothing. So that's all for today then. Let us meet in another next week of our video where we'll be understanding as I mentioned. So do not forget to, you know, visualize different stuffs in there, right? Great. So thank you guys for joining us on live. Really love you, really love your support. Appreciate your time. And that's all for today. Bye bye. Have a great day ahead.